Hey Capricorn, so I'm going to be introducing to you guys my new deck. Well, it's new to you actually, not to me. I've had it around for a while. This is a deck I've created, so I'm going to try it on the bi-weeklies and see what comes up for you guys, okay? If you like it. What's coming up for Capricorn July 1st through 15th? We start with the 7 gold coins. Capricorn, what's coming up for Capricorn? 4 teacups, Cancer Uranus, 3 spears, Aries Jupiter, 9 arrows, Sagittarius Mars, Capricorn, 2 spears, Aries Moon, 8 wands, Leo Pluto, and then at the bottom of the deck we've got the 5 rapiers, Gemini Mercury. Okay. Excuse me, my allergies hurt. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. So the way my cards are formatted, there's a front and back energy. The back is the shadow side, and you've got 5 out of 7 shadow cards, which is interesting. So let's see. 2 Aries energies. Wow, you've got like a mix. I think the only consistent thing you have is 2 Aries. Apart from that, you've got Taurus, Cancer, Sag, Leo, Aries. Well, Aries is, and Gemini. It's a lot. I feel like you're a little all over the place because that's usually there's some sort of consistency, and no, you're like, nope. So the shadow side to Gemini Mercury. To me, when we're talking about the downside to Gemini Mercury, it could be that you are gossiping, maybe. You are possibly being deceptive. But when we're talking about being deceptive, obviously this is a general reading, so it's going to apply differently to different people. Only you know in what way you are particularly being deceptive. But yeah, this is a card of not being very forthcoming, not being very transparent or honest. And maybe it's needed, right? Even the shadow side is needed at times. So we'll clarify in a minute. There's also talking a lot of shit, by the way. Forgot to say that. So 7 gold coins, Taurus North Node. What you really want, what would really bring you a lot of, well, not even stability. What you feel would bring you a lot of growth, a lot of progress is stability. Which is interesting to me, Capricorn, because you are one of the most stable signs out there. So this is what you want, but it's also making you extremely uncomfortable right now. And I'm saying that because it didn't come out, any type of Taurus energy could have come out, the sun, the moon, but it didn't. It's the North Node, which means it's going to make you uncomfortable, whatever this is. And I'm saying that because the North Node is... it's meant to be our destiny, our fate in this lifetime, but it's also scary as fuck. Because, it's not something we're used to. It's something out of our comfort zone. So whatever this stability that you really desire but you're scared of is showing up as fated, as destined. We'll see. Now we've also got the Cancer Uranus energy, 4 teacups. Oh boy. It shows up in the shadow energy. So this is something you either don't see coming or you're trying to avoid. Uranus energy to me is kind of like the tower energy. But the fact that it's in shadow means you're not preparing for it, or you're resisting change. This would attest to that as well. Which is, it's not great. And I'm saying that because when the universe steps in, this will be chaos. Whatever it is you're resisting will be ripped from you, is the way I see it with Cancer Uranus, especially in shadow. And then we've got the 3 spears. So Aries energy showed up twice, but it showed up again in shadow. So I feel like whatever it is that you are if you're creating gossip about somebody, or you're, I don't see Capricorn like the type of energy that's going to go around slandering someone, unless you're like super unhealthy. But okay, let's say because this is that type of energy, right? It's the type of energy of slander, gossip, um, and deceit. So one of those three is happening. I don't know, Capricorn. I don't make the rules. Um, I feel like it has to do with ego, and I'm saying that because these are all fire energies that are in shadow. And the downside, regardless of what type of fire energy it is, the downside to it is ego. It's this arrogance. So I feel like with the Aries Jupiter energy here, you want expansion, 3 spheres. You want growth, but you don't want to create that growth. There's something calling to you, and you're not only resisting it, you're saying, no, I don't have to do it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a different scenario. So let's say that there's a company, right, that you feel very drawn to. Not only do you feel drawn to, but you feel like this was the company made for you. But to be able to work with this company, you may need to move, or you may need to. Sorry, my cat's getting over here. He's so needy. You may need to move, and you're resisting that because you're like, no, but I'm comfortable where I'm at. And besides, I can find another company. I don't need that company, even though that company fit all your requirements. You may get fired from where you're at now. You may get kicked out of your house. I don't know what it is, but I'm saying this is like a tower that you're creating basically due to your resistance. And I do see travel here, but I'm seeing the shadow side of it. 9 arrows. I can't even think of. Sagittarius Mars represents travel, but it's not showing up in the best light. So this is actually a different side to it. Instead of it talking about travel and faith, it's showing up in the shadow side, which means that it's about being dogmatic. It's about your beliefs, what you think, what you want, what you're asserting is the only truth, and you're disregarding everything else that could possibly teach you to grow, because you're in the shadow side of the Sagittarius Mars. Only what you say matters. Nobody else does. And last but not least, Aries Moon. And let me tell you something. I love fire energy. Aries energy is particularly one of my favorites. But it's showing up in shadow. And the shadow side to Aries Moon is being selfish. It's being self-centered, conceited almost. I'm feeling so much ego out of this spread, but it's surprising to me, I guess, because I don't really see Capricorn as that type of energy. And then we've got the 8 Wands, Leo, Pluto. So here's the thing. Whatever it is that you're resisting, whatever it is that you're holding on to your own sense of, I know best, I don't give a fuck what anybody else says, there's Pluto energy here to change that. And Pluto, that's the god you don't fuck around with. That's the god of death, right? So regardless of what your beliefs are, whoever you believe the god of death is, that's the energy moving in on you. I do not envy Capricorns right now. Let's clarify, because now I'm curious what it is that you're creating for yourself. Clarify the 5 rapiers. Capricorn. There's the King of Wands. 4 of Wands. And the Chariot. overall energy, Eight of Cups. So, Eight of Cups is the energy of walking away from something. It's the energy of being tired, being drained, and deciding something isn't for you. And yet, it's showing up in a deceptive energy. And you're showing up in a lot of fire energy. So, or Cancerian energy. So you may have Aries in your chart, or Leo, or Sag, maybe Cancer, because they're showing up here too. A lot of fire, Cancerian energy. So with it being deceptive, you're acting. The King of Wands is when he's in shadow. He is dogmatic, controlling, my way or the highway. With the Four of Wands, there's no room for discussion. There's no room for. This is additionally adding to that will, being harsh, being. This almost makes me think of somebody who is driving a chariot and they don't give a fuck who they run over. They're just like, you should have moved. And we have 5 wands here, so there could also be the energy of being combative. There's conflict here. There's disagreements, but the way you're approaching the disagreement is coming from a very dispassionate place, lacking compassion, lacking empathy, lacking. Look at that. 5 of Swords. I literally said this. You're not showing any emotion, even if you are sad. 7 swords here. The deceptiveness about, like, you're really acting like you don't give 2 shits about whatever this is, but you do. Let's clarify the 7 gold coins. Clarify the 7 gold coins. Okay, I'm not. Wow, look at that. I'm not taking that whole stack. That's like 20 cards. Clarify the 7 gold coins for Capricorn. Clarify the 7 gold coins. Wow. Okay. So, whatever this is actually weighing on you a lot. But again, 7 of Swords energy. You're trying to act like, no, it's not. I don't care because I'm an emperor. In fact, anybody who doesn't agree with me can fuck off. You really... Well, there's another King of Swords. So, either this is you or this is somebody else. This could be a friend, family member. I'm not seeing love because there's no room for love in this reading. But whoever this person is, they're also giving their back to you. They're showing up in the energy of, I feel like it's somebody else because you're showing up masculine. And Capricorn is a very masculine energy. So, there's a lot of hurt here. But you're acting, again, you're coming from the place of, I don't have time for emotions. These silly little, emotions are stupid. This might have, this might have something to do with you facing accountability. Which is surprising to me because Capricorn is not the energy to run from accountability, but it feels like you are. You're sneaking away and you're trying to act very stoic and very, like, you don't care. You just don't give a fuck. Even if it weighs on your soul, it weighs on your heart, your mind. Let's clarify the 4 teacups. Because this was what gives you stability, right? But what's also uncomfortable. and a Queen of Swords showed up. Let's clarify the 4 teacups. So let's see what it is that... So now we know who you're resisting or what you're resisting. All right. So we've got the 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, ooh, 4 of Swords, 3 of Swords. So you're giving out the energy of the Emperor, King of Wands. So the King of Wands is one of the most attractive kings, right? So you're in the energy of I'm good looking. I've got all the prosperity and stability I have. I already have my empire. I don't need anybody or anyone. So with the 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, there's a lot of indecisive energy here. Because a piece of you wants to run. And the other piece of you is in pain. The other piece of you is hurting. So you go back and forth on whether you should pursue this. And then you're like, no, I'll just heal. I'll be fine. But the 4 of Swords with the 3 of Swords is also the 7. You're being deceptive about that too. Or not that you're being deceptive, you're lying to yourself. Because you've been trying and trying and trying to heal, and your heart just... What's that song I'm getting in my head? Evanescence, these wounds don't seem to heal. So let's see what's beneath the 9 of Pentacles. Now I'm curious. Here's what's interesting about this. You were in the energy of abundance, and so abundant you manifested something, and then it showed up and you're like, no, I don't want it. So I don't know what it is, but it's here. Let's clarify the 3 spears, Aries, Jupiter. Let's check out this ego. Eight of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Look at that. I was about to call you Aries. Look at that, Capricorn. Remember when I said you're resisting the call? You're resisting... Yeah, you're resisting what's a pull to you. It's driving you crazy. Wow. This is divinity, right? It's the 3D divinity, and then it's the 5D divinity. Both types, like you've probably been seeing signs in the 3D pointing you in a certain direction, and you've probably been dreaming, or I don't know. This is things you can't see. Your intuition, they've been pulling you in the same direction. You're like, no, even if it kills you. Even if you feel it's killing you. So how are you escaping this? You're burying yourself in work. And you're doing a lot of self-care. And when I do the quotes, it's because it's more like I'm feeling a lot of indulgence. Because you're in the energy of running away. And when we're running away, and it's material, right? Not only are you burying yourself in work, you could be drinking a lot more. Maybe you're smoking a lot of weed. Maybe you're, whatever it is, I'm feeling an excess here. And you're very aware. That's the weirdest part to me. With the Ace of Swords, you're very aware of what you're doing. That's why it's in shadow. Aries energy is very clear. But it's clear when it comes to what it is you're doing. You're refusing to bend to whatever it is that your higher self and your guides are pulling you towards. Let's clarify the 9 arrows. Ooh. Now I've got a Queen of Wands. So this feels like a different queen. Whatever this was that's uncomfortable was a Queen of Swords. You're showing up as a King of Wands, and now we have a Queen of Wands, which is your match in this energy, in the energy of ego. Clarify the 9 arrows. Page of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and the Strength card. This is interesting. Whoever your match is in this frequency, it requires strength to maintain this connection. This is the energy I'm getting. This is like somebody forcing their desires down, right? Because the lion is a lot of passion. It's a lot of drive. And forcing them into submission out of sheer logic, out of sheer will. Even if your emotions are running amok. So what this could be a relationship. If there's a company that you feel really drawn to, but you need to move, and you're like, I don't want to, you're assuming that if you move, you need to leave your partner. Or maybe your partner set that ultimatum that if you move, you lose me. And so you're very focused on, I will not lose them. Overlooking the fact that fate and destiny have a hand in this. You're defying your own destiny. That is Capricorn-like. You're defying your fate. I will say Queen of Wands is very attractive. So it could be that you feel like there's a lot of attraction between you and this Queen of Wands, and that makes it worth it. The passion makes it worth it. Let's clarify the 2 spears. Four of Pentacles. Wow. The Devil. Judgment. So what happens when you refuse to let go of things that you're meant to let go of? Toxicity happens. Because you're holding on so tight that it starts turning into something else. It's not love. If you notice, love hasn't shown up once. You're not acting in the energy of love. You're still acting from the place of what makes you comfortable. You're refusing to follow something that pulls you out of your comfort zone but would help you grow. Almost, it's like you're refusing to grow. You're like, I don't need to grow. I can grow right here. But you know that you're not. The Devil energy is like, there might be a lot of passion between you and this queen, between this King of Wands and this Queen of Wands. But there's also deception, betrayal, like the intensity that there is coming from a place of manipulation, and I don't know, there's just a lot of Devil energy here. And I feel like this is something you're having to, not only are you having to revive this, because the Judgment card comes in many forms. So on one side, you're having to revive this, which means it may have met its end already. And you're like, no, I will not let this die. At the same time, your guides are making decisions. That's where I said this 4 teacups is coming in. Something's about to shift because they know that you're indecisive and you're trying to just get over something. Your guides are like, but you're not meant to get over it. Let's clarify the Eight of Wands, Leo, Pluto. Because I feel like Pluto energy is... Let's see, before I say anything. Got the Hermit. Clarify the Eight Wands for Capricorn. Oh, wow. There's the Pluto energy. So, what you refuse to release will release you. And yes, you heard that correctly. What you refuse to release will release you. And it's not going to be pretty. This is going to be a very harsh lesson. And I'm saying that because we've got the Hermit opposing the Emperor. These are very different energies. The Emperor, excuse me, the Emperor is supposed to be a very wise energy, a very mature energy, which is why he's blessed with an empire. But you're not really stepping into that energy of maturity, of wisdom, and therefore, you'll be put in hermit mode. Almost like a myth. To become the Emperor, you're going to have to go and be a hermit. So remember the passion that you were trying to keep alive? It'll come. But I think that passion is going to turn in a different direction. And you're going to realize why your guides were trying to tell you to leave. You're going to realize why your guides were urging you to cut this off. Because when it cuts you off, it's going to leave you feeling betrayed. It's going to leave you feeling hurt. And they were trying to warn you. They knew. They knew it was coming. And you refused to let go. In fact, with the Hangman energy, you felt you were sacrificing yourself. You felt you were being honorable. But now, you're going to see things from a completely different perspective. Because you don't see this coming. This is, remember I said there's a shift coming that you can't see. You don't know what it is. That's going to be harsh. Cap. I'm not really sure what to tell you because this is kind of a place where you've put yourself. You've cornered yourself into this situation. And whenever we put ourselves in situations that are not good for us, our guides will step in because they're like, well, we're trying to warn you. We're trying to push you in a different direction. You don't want to go. And so whatever it was that we're trying to protect you from, we have to let it play out because you don't want to go. So there will be a definite ending in your near future. Remember, this is from July 1st to 15th. Whatever hurt is coming your way, Cap, I wish that it's going to be exponentially larger than what you already feel. Because right now you're in Three of Swords. Your heart is broken. But whatever's coming your way adds deception to it. Because these two create the Ten of Swords. So whatever it is you refuse to let go of, some deception will be revealed. And it's gonna amplify what you're feeling right now to the 10. Like right now you're in pain, but you're like, I can handle it. It's I can heal, I can move forward, I can still do this, I can still do that. When this happens, you may even feel like you don't want to do anything. And this is what you were trying to be protected from. So you resisted what you were being protected from. But you'll understand. With the High Priestess and the Hanged Man, you'll understand. This is going to feel like a harsh lesson, but it's not that your guides are creating the lesson. They were trying to protect you from it. They were trying to protect you from wherever this was going. And you thought you knew better. I don't even know how to end this, because this feels tragic, is what it feels like. It feels painful, and it feels like I'm trying to come up with a solution, but you're in Emperor mode, King mode, King of Swords mode, Chariot. You don't see anything else but what you want, but what you think is right. So I guess I'll leave it there. If you like this format and this brought you any type of clarity, please make sure you let me know. Like, share, subscribe, and if possible, comment. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.